You're such an asshole.
All right, banging out the requests. And you say, well, why is there a girl in a nurse outfit? The guy has a question about responsibility. I was trying to like search for like, how do you show responsibility? F it, we'll find a girl in a nurse outfit, which I think you all agree. Anonymous writes. To Asshole Consulting, hello and happy New Year's. This request will take about 3 minutes to read. For the past few years, I've worked at a remote office of a company that does a thing with lots of employees. The branch office is a couple hours from the main office, and in the last few years, has only had a group of few key people assigned at most. This office focuses on a task, thus a fair amount of customer interaction, even during the pandemic. A specific coworker and I are both seasoned. You understand, you give me like 3 or 4 traits, people could triangulate you pretty good, right? I'm a few years older than him, and we have been in this office for a while. While he can be resourceful, there are a few factors that occasionally make it difficult working with him. One, he seems oblivious to the drama that he causes. In the last 2 years, he has directly informed people at the office, myself included, of a vague mental health issue. He has made comments that he's likely on a psychiatric med of some sort, while not combining that with any direct counseling. He seems to expect the medication to directly make his life more enjoyable without working on his issues. He could be faking it, just to get disability. that's the new cool hip things people are doing if you don't have a minority status to point to. Oh my God, I got a thing in my head. I hear voices. Yeah, it says don't work no more and collect a taxpayer check. And then say, how dare you accuse me of faking my mental illness? What am I, a 23-year-old girl? What? Who just wants to break up with you, but I can't do it, so I act like I'm bipolar? How dare you, sir? In the meantime, he has been In the meantime, he's been in the office. His attendance has ranged from appalling to just a little spacey and haphazard. He seems to feel free to leave just when there's not much to do before the end of the shift, which the job directly assumes that he's present. 3, has multiple expenses. I'm not going to mention this outside of work. He has bad spending habits. Let's just say that. Makes purchases daily at places he can't afford, namely restaurants, and make no effort to bring in his own meals, including possibly canned goods and microwaved items. Who are you, his mother? Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. You also have a problem. What do you care? What do you care? This is not your life. This is not you. I mean, yeah, you'd like to see him do well, but you're oh my God, he didn't bring in a brown bag. He also seems to be ignorant about matching funds for our 401k plan and the need for a plan for retirement. Oh, you mean like 80% of America? Oh, so he's just another American. Let me see. Faking a mental disorder, can't show up to work on time, lazy, doesn't know how to save for a retirement, spends more than he makes. You just described every American in the world. If he were flat broke, it would be a sharp improvement. 4, he frequently does not pull up his pants, occasionally exposes his butt crack, and treats his smartphone like Linus treats his blanket. There was one day he was multiple hours late due to waiting for his phone to do something. 5, generally takes a passive approach to a job, oblivious that are other responsibilities. He expects to be entertained as if his services are so unique and vital. Seems to sulk in his car, which he has a payment for a few hours per week on shift. So the request for guidance. Here's where I set you free, buddy. What is the correct courtesy to coworkers if a person has a mental concern? An appointment with a provider could simply be put in the schedule as a medical appointment with telehealth and services like BetterHelp, Talk Counseling could place outside of work. What is the correct courtesy to coworkers? So what does he owe it to you? He owes it to you to do his job, but you're not responsible for his actions. So this is not up to you. But his etiquette, his responsibility and courtesy to coworkers to show up on time, do his job, not make your jobs harder, and to not stink, basic hygiene, not hit on the staff, not make a scene, and that's about it. That's about it. Outside of that, his mental, like, if he can keep it under check and outside of the office, that's fine. I don't believe he's mentally ill. I really don't. I just think he's a lazy guy and he's using mental health as an excuse. And until people prove me otherwise, I'm just going to assume anytime you're like, oh my God, I might have some mental health. No, you're just a lazy American who doesn't want to work. Like when I see dead bunnies decapitated in your yard, organized in a geometric fashion, okay, then I'll believe you. But oh, you're sad. Oh, I would be too if I were you. Your brain's working perfectly normal. You're a loser. You should be sad. You're not mentally ill. You're mentally healthy. What approach should I take if, after a canned discussion with a member of the chain of command remains indifferent to the haphazard attendance? Um, if command ain't going to do anything about it, it's out of your hands again. There's nothing you could do, nothing you should do. And I would, when you approach to talk to the chain of command, make sure, don't tell them, oh, you have spending habits I disagree. Ain't your business. Like, well, let's say he was gay. He likes dick. So it's not your business. His finances aren't your business. His habits isn't your business. His health isn't your business. But if his performance at work affects your performance, now it's your business. And so I would only talk to the chain of command in as so much that. Like, here's another thing. This is one thing that pissed me off working with the inferior people. I would get my work done and I'd leave early. I both had that negotiated into one job where, like, look, I get my work done, or I could come in on the weekend or at nights. I get my work done. It's over. All right. There was another one, like, I work part-time. I left at noon and then, why does he get to leave it? Because he's working part-time. The inferior, worthless quantahas of America still didn't understand that. They're just inferior sheep that get upset when somebody has what seems to be, but isn't in actuality, better treatment. Is he hurting your job? He's not. Who cares? And the chain of command remains indifferent to the haphazard attendance. Oh, well, you stop letting it bother you, you do your job. What are the options to manage cash flow, taking into consideration the greater ease to piss money away with debt cards and contact-free options? Well, I have a book called Bachelor Pad Economics. Dave Ramsey has a book on personal budgeting. I have 2 courses available for enrollment. One on minimalism, achieving minimalism theory and practice. That's on Teachable, and that's only open for another 24 hours. The other one, I guess, sister companion course, which is much more stripped on introductory and basic, is Achieving Financial Excellence. You could recommend that course to him. Options to manage but I'm not going over that here. And this is not you. This is him. What are you gonna do? Tell him how to manage his finances? Buy him a book like you're his freaking mom? The options on what to do, how to manage your life financially, have been there for decades, if not a century. All right, I'm not going to tell you those here. You can find them online. 4, what is the best way to interact with a coworker who seems to not be up to speed in some ways, with general exceptions of maturity? You ignore them and you do your job. I mean, if there's any kind of strategy you have to work around this guy, you don't give him any projects. You don't rely on him. And you sure as hell don't take any responsibility. Like when the boss comes and says, hey, we need you to help out Bob or Frank or Jim, whatever his name is. You say, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will not be responsible for this guy in any way, shape, or form. Nope. I will do my job, not his. So, just make sure your performance is no way affected or influenced by his. And get rid of this Nazi BS that you're responsible for this guy. He's not your responsibility. He's his own separate human. You are only responsible for yourself. Right? That comes in why I feel guilty. I should help someone. No, I have learned long ago never to help anybody. Never. Also, when people ask you to help them, no, F you. Too bad you got your problems. Who was it? Someone asked me. I said, no. Well, I said, that's your problem. It's not my problem. I did this. I did my thing. You didn't do your thing. I get to do my thing. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, okay. There you go. So link below is link to my Amazon affiliate program, and I also believe Achieving Financial Excellence. I'm not sure, but go do all your Amazon shopping. there. Are we having an asaphalon tonight? No. Well, yeah, we are. I just got a lot of requests to get through. And then I got Michael Kingswood, who runs the website noncommunistsciencefiction.com. He's an author buddy of mine. He's coming out. So I'd like to spend some time with them. Rolo's in town. May or may not see him or grab a cigar or not. I don't know. They're busy. And I want to get all my work done and have fun. That's it. It's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Yeah, just I'm being responsible for myself. So then when people say, why do you get to have all the day off? I could say because I worked all day the other day and my voice is gone. See you quants later. Toodles.